Oh, hey there, guys and gals on YouTube. How y'all doing? Dave Boyd here. We got a leg for a 75054 AT-AT from 2014. Set here off camera. Anyways, how you guys doing tonight? How y'all? Back to the grind tomorrow. Matter of hours from now. And actually, yeah, I gotta check into that real quick. But yeah, So I was kind of fretting about when I could do this live. Managed to squeeze it. I know it's late. I'm gonna try. I really am trying to settle in on a little bit better way of doing it. A little bit better times. It's kind of tough with what happens. You see, you've got to try to pay all the bills and stuff today, right? Well, I don't know what's going on. My cell phone provider, this guy here, they're closing early. I broke this cell phone case on this device here, and I ordered another one off of eBay. Got to my offer. It's an old, I thought it was an iPhone 10, but it's not. It's a 10R. Those aluminum framed ones that came in like a really wide variety of colors. This one underneath the case, I didn't realize it. I guess I didn't think about. This one under the case is actually like a blue color. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, I guess. But you know. There it is. But yeah. So anyone out there building anything or doing anything? I did see that new Coruscant gunship. Oh, hey, Laurie. I did see that new Coruscant gunship. I didn't pick it up. I was tempted to, I guess, but I got that UCS set here. I've not even done anything with it. I've been messing with this thing. Started on it today, this morning, and I only got this much of the chassis done. I'm like, you know what? There's way too many pieces here. I get this feel. I'm not saying it's missing anything. It probably isn't, but it's just impossible to tell. So I usually build the legs first on these guys, and I've done enough of these that I almost have a kind of a pattern. And you're probably saying, well, Dave, if you put all these piles of pieces here and organize them, it'd probably improve the building situation. You know what? Without a doubt. It absolutely would. But I don't mind this. It's kind of fun hunting and pecking. But sometimes you'll be doing it and you'll go, you know what? I'm sure the pieces are here. I'm going to take a break from this aspect of it and build another part of it. That's why I like about these multi-piece units from Lego, like Walkers or ATTEs, what have you. Especially the AT-AT, at least a play scale one. Now that UCS one, if it was like broken down secondhand in a box, I'm not sure that would be a real pleasant experience. Well, I'm sure it'd be an experience, just I don't know how much fun it would actually be. I'm sure it's just how you look at it, right? But it'd be cool. It's just that many pieces all mixed up, especially with the possibility that you might be missing pieces, could be a problem. But I mean, the fact is, I'm sure you all have gotten sets from Lego where it's missing a piece. That's no big deal. So we'll just call Lego up and, you know, just let them know, and they are really good about getting parts out to you. But it still takes a while. It means you're waiting. And a lot of times those big builds, the singular builds, you can't go onward, you know. You got to just stop and wait till the parts come in. And the one thing I like about these large sets is they you can stop the building process in between somewhere, you know. Yes, I'm looking for, no. I had something, I don't know. I had a little pokey thing. Here it is. This is a little pokey thing. That looks like a broken piece of Lego. Look at that. It was shoved down the tip, this little blue piece here. Feeling a little bit tired. I get the feeling that our time zones are so different. And there was another channel, reaction channel, Kicking Geese, that was talking about that, about a lot of the viewers she has for live stream are in like Europe and stuff, and so she'll have like these, you know, European friendly live streams, but she's also got, you know, a ton of subscribers. Well, she probably could have more, but like, just, you know, it's just a hobby for her. But she is monetized, so, you know, there's that. I don't know if live streams are the necessary best way to get your hours. I think probably everything all together is the best situation. And of course, you got to maintain that. So those people that, like, you know, you've seen them, those YouTubers that have like a big following, and then they just kind of stop. They stop uploading, and that's it's just not a good idea, because you'll lose relevancy. Unless you're just totally doing it for fun. But I'm talking about people that literally admit, you know, on the screen that they're doing this as a job. Yeah, I don't know about that. Depends on how much your income stream is, I suppose. But I know that, like with all jobs, hobbies, whatever, you're always building upward. Like, no matter how many of these, you know, these guys you get, you're always going to want more, right? Like a better one, a faster one with waist capes, right, Lego? Couldn't resist that little Lego slappage. But yeah, where is that piece? Okay, so this is where I'm about to pay. I've been bragging about how I find the pieces right away, and now that I'm on camera, I can't. And that's kind of funny. But it's not a huge deal, because just yapping here into a screen, and it says there's 2 people watching, so that's kind of interesting, I guess. But here we are, right there. Lift arm, and just it ties these 2 blue pins together here. And that attaches your leg there, and then I knew I needed those uprights. I just seen a minute ago. Where did they go? There's one. But yeah, I really like the Playscale AT-ATs. I think they're great. They're a blast. I would like to have the big UCS one, but I got the other project going on right now, so we'll just kind of see how it goes. But that's the great thing about Lego sets, is they, you know, you miss one, you can always go back and get it later. Maybe. Get it off of Bricklink, off of eBay, off of somewhere. And that's kind of cool. And that offer is simply not available for some other sets and toys and relics of the past that have, you know, that have had their heyday and are not in their heyday anymore. I was going to drop a video on that earlier. I got in my head how I want to do the video, but I'm just not sure quite how to execute it. I would have to compare like a couple of themes, toy themes from the past. Maybe Mattel. We all like Wheeled Warriors, right? Don't we? I do. I think it's cool. Of course, is it nostalgia? A little bit. But I loved it as a kid, and I still like it now, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, we're doing Lego Set 75054, so that's kind of cool. This one came with a poster and stuff, which is neat. And yeah. Let's see. Up here, I guess. Just got to find a little ball joint for it and run my pins through. Yep, there it is. Just tip this one down here and put my little connecting rod in one of these guys here and just slap it in. There it is. That's 3 legs done. Whatever. Okay. Got one more leg to build. And after that, I guess I get all the pieces out now, huh? Might as well. Get all the pieces out now, and what I might do is it'll thin out this big pile of pieces. That'll be kind of cool. And once that's done, we'll be well on our way to doing other things on this build. And that fireball piece, that trans orange piece that came in, it's not quite the right color or something. It's not, I don't know. So I'm going to, I got a different one, and I might go in a slightly different direction. And you know what? If the idea doesn't work, then maybe I'll just build the faceplate back on that AT-AT that was missing it, and I'll just move on forward to a different angle on the project. No big deal. It's fine. It's all good. Man, this set was taken completely apart. Even these little knee pieces are taken apart, which is cool. I mean, most of the fun of doing a Lego set is to assemble it, but I have done multiples of these, so, you know, it doesn't bother me if they get shipped mostly assembled. Although when they're partially assembled and they're all broken down, it's not as much fun. Well, thanks for the thumbs up. Because then, you know, you're dealing with missing pieces and this and that. And when that happens, you gotta break it all down, because you don't want it to be like missing something internally and for it to maybe fall apart later. I know that from personal experience, where I got a little lazy. Go, oh shoot, man, it's mostly here. It all seems pretty good. Gave it the old shake test, and not too long after, it kind of fell apart, and I was not real happy about that. I was like, oh man. And when I say it fell apart, I mean like it fell apart and fell off the table, and it was a big old mess. And yeah, a little bit sad, because now it's missing some pieces. And I think I broke a Lego piece on it, just one of those brittle pieces. And it's not the end of the world, but it's like it all could have been avoided. It all could have been avoided had I just done it right the first time. It would have just never happened. On the other hand, I wouldn't have experienced the whatever you would call that. I wouldn't have experienced the experience. And I'm not sure it was particularly a great thing to experience, but oh well. There's another one of these, and I need a couple of these. Let's see, it's starting to run, where it's getting a little bit. The good news is when you start having to hunt for the parts a little bit, it's a sign that, you know, you're actually getting somewhere. Because, you know, when you first open up that bag and just, or box, and there's missing pieces, like my personal favorite, being sarcastic, not true, is going to the post office, getting a box that you know has a Lego set in it, and it's leaking pieces. That's like not a good time. Not a good time at all. Not a good thing to happen. And has it happened to me? Yeah. And I'm sure it's happened to someone out there too. I'm sure that any of you have ever been excited to go down there and get that Bricklink order comes in, and you're all psyched out about, and then you know, oh shoot, it's leaking pieces, or it's got this big old tear in the box, you know, and you're like, oh man, and yeah, big surprise. You're missing something horrible, like a minifigure head, or something that's just not that. Maybe it's easy to find on the net, but it's not cheap. If it's easy to find, then it's not a cheap piece, like a specific head. And where it gets expensive is, of course, no one sells just a head. They'll send a damaged torso and a head, or they'll send this or they'll send that, or it's got teeth marks in it, it's got something wrong with it, and you end up paying a lot extra for it. And sometimes those kind of experiences have been going for quite a while. It's the gift that kind of keeps giving. And yeah, don't get bitter about it. Don't let it ruin your experience. Just if it gets too much, you go, you know what? It's too much. Let's just set it down. Peace out. Just walk away from it for now and come back to it. Don't let it start a seed of bitterness, because there's time for that kind of stuff there. I mean, to me, the Lego is to kind of escape from that. I mean, shoot, if I wanted to have stress and stuff like that constantly, why would I have one day off? I would just say, no, I want to sit here all the time, and I want to experience this full spectrum of human-created stress. It literally is not going to matter in a couple hours, because when the day is done, the next day starts, whatever. And yeah, I'm not finding this piece. I know it's here. Problem with Lego Star Wars themes is you go, man, I'm trying to find that light gray piece. It looks a lot like these other gray pieces that are here. I'm getting serious. I got two hands digging for it. Well, it should be, oh, there it is. It should be one of the last ones like this. It's not too many of these left, so that's a good sign. And like I said, a lot of times on a pre-owned set, you're not going to have extras. You know how, like, when you open up a Lego set, you usually got some extras, some nice little extras. Well, when someone had on display, if they're completely being honest, they tear down their display, and there won't be any extras, because they're just sending you what they had. And the extras that they may once have had, those are gone. Those are gone in the Ethereum. They are gone. Gone wherever that Lego pieces and left socks and your laces from extra pair of sneakers go. Wherever those kind of things go, that's where the extra Lego pieces go. And I'm sure we've all been there, where you're digging for something and you go, I know I had it. I literally just ordered these from Bricklink. I literally just ordered them. I took 2 out, and of course it's not literally just did. It was probably like 6 months ago. Just long enough for that package with the leftover pieces that you didn't put away to apparently sprout legs in the middle of the night like one of those mechanical spiders and wander off somewhere. I mean, because I literally had moved once and I found the pieces. And they were like in a crack by a wall one. Are you kidding? And of course you couldn't find them. No one was going to find them there. And I remember when I was a little kid and moved with mom and dad into the house. And this is what sounded like a long time ago, but it was 1976. And I'm a little kid on the ground, and like little kids are, and I found Lego pieces like stuck up in the baseboard heat, and yeah, some of the old pieces, I still have those, and it's like, yeah, these are obviously old Lego pieces from the 60s, the Samsonite era. I also found these really weird little beads that had like 3 prongs on them. I've seen them at the hobby shop. I almost bought them just because it brings back memories. My cat's here under the table. Okay, I should have just one of these left. That means it's getting hard to find. I wonder, maybe I should follow my own advice here and leave this one leg not quite finished, because so I don't look I've lost some marbles on this table or something. Oh, sorry, I wasn't even watching this. The set I'm building is Lego Star Wars Set 75054, the AT-AT from 2014. Got a couple of these going, and yeah, I think I'm going to take my own advice here and step away from this right now. And we're going to go to building back on the main part. because I kind of stopped that earlier, building this chassis, because I had run into a part where I was like, okay, you know what, I'm not finding these pieces, and you know what, before it gets to be a whole big thing, let's just take a step back. And sometimes you just got to do that. Now, if I'm in this, what piece? Oh yeah, I got to mentally remember what piece I'm looking for that leg, and maybe I'll find them both together, and that would be really cool. Of course, I mean, it may not happen. That's entirely possible. I mean, it may not happen. But it'd be cool if it did happen, right? Yeah, sort of. I need 2 of those. Is that it? Oh, I need those great connectors. Oh, you never got anything like this before? Well, they got those newer AT from 2020, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because there's a 40th anniversary one. That was a pretty good. That's a play scale one, which is really nice. I like these. I like these sizes, and I think they're all pretty good. The only problem, it's been mentioned by several of the larger channels, is that if you have multiple ones and you try to display them, they look a little weird then. Never really could get into Lego Star Wars since it is so expensive. It is expensive. Do you do other themes then, if not Lego Star Wars? I'm just comparing the legs so I don't have to take my instructions back out. Yeah, I thought it went in from this side. Oops, don't move over. What would you say your favorite AT-AT is? Probably 75054. The back is kind of a humpy, looking like a camel. Okay, it is a little bit high, a little bit narrow, but I think the overall look of it really is good. The 2021 is definitely superior. You get both General Veers and you get both AT-ATs in the cockpit, just like in the movie, and that's what makes the 2020 so good. But this is a decent one, and because I happen to have multiples of it, because actually I built one from loose pieces, I like this set. And this one came with a poster, and it has enough pieces to probably build it. Kind of like a mix of other themes, mainly Ninjago, since those are pretty cool. Yeah, they are a lot of times. I think a lot of people rail on Ninjago, and I like to point out the fact that Ninjago is where a lot of the testing sets, a lot of the test pieces come from, and CMFs also. And I wish I could remember, but when that Darksaber first came out, there was a Ninjago set that was released like right around that time, and it looks so much better. It was a really, really cool set. It had a sword. Yeah, the poster is cool. Yeah, yeah, Lego does pretty good on. I don't want to call it a golden era, because they're making great sets. In fact, they're making a lot of sets now. Like, if you aren't completely into the Star Wars theme, there is so much out there. And some of my coworkers who also collect Lego sets are kind of whining because they're like, well, there's so many sets, I can't get them all. I'm like, geez, it's not like Pokemon. I mean, you don't have to catch them all. But it's just a weird complaint. I'm like, one of them, he was complaining because they forced him to take overtime. I'm like, wait, look, there's your money for your UCS right there. I mean, but he didn't see it that way. He just being a grump, being a grouch. But I understand too. I mean, I would much rather spend the weekend working on Lego sets than I gotta go back to work tomorrow, and I may have to stay over in Anchorage on Monday. Oh well, that's all right. Apollo 11 set, really? I don't have that. That is a cool set. That is really nice. That's the whole thing about the Lego thing. I don't know. I didn't get any hate for it. I guess I should be glad about that. But I did do a combination of, mixing Lego stuff with the old Fabuland. Anyone out there like the old Fabuland? It came out in 1979 to 1989. I think it's a pretty cool set. I think it's pretty fun. Is it perfect? No. But, it's cool. Fabuland, there's been some pieces from Fabuland that have made it like into the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Do you have your eye on any other UCS sets? I personally had my eye on the Darth Vader ship. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Like everyone else, I too am looking at that UCS Venator. But, man, part of the problem... I just got that Star Destroyer from 2003, the old one. The one that people call kind of lame because it's put together with magnets. And part of the reason I got it was a person made me a deal that I could not say no to. Oh, yeah, it's an interesting theme. Yeah, Fabuland. Yeah, I couldn't say no to the price, and the problem with getting that set, I mean, no matter how cheap a UCS set is, you're not just going to buy it, well, unless, you're like Mr. Beast or something, but you're not going to just buy dozens of them. And as a result, I can't really get anything else. And the other problem with the UCS set, even if you had all the money or if you were on a whatever, like a LAN and you're getting all the UCS sets for free, I challenge the average person out there. I do. Where are you going to display them? UCS sets are big. I mean, they're huge. They're all big. But even like the Luke's Landspeed I've seen over at Walmart that time, it's a great looking set. It really is. I mean, it's a fun set and it's beautiful. It's probably the best looking Luke's Landspeeder I've ever seen, I think. I know that sounds some people are not happy to hear about all the Luke's Landspeeders, but they are nice looking and they do a really good job with Luke's Landspeeders. I mean, I give Lego credit where, I give them credit. I mean, Lego makes some really cool sets. The Titanic is gorgeous. Kind of creepy, but there's some people that are now charging more money for them because of the tragedy, which I personally think is kind of sick. But hey, that's how people are. You don't have to like that, that's for sure. But just people are people, I guess. But yeah, you got the big Titanic set, and I agree with the speeder. I feel they just make way too many of them. Yeah, the speeder that's what it is. It's just out there too much. It's like they just retired that, what is it, 75-300, is it, the smaller TIE Fighter? And you watch, it's just a really crazy amount of time, because it won't be very long, they're going to be releasing another one, and we're going to be like, why don't you just leave that one out? Or like the Millennium Falcon that's out right now. It's a great set. I like it. But they could modernize it. They could make it make an original trilogy. They could do all kinds of cool things with it, and not really change. Yeah. Yeah, it's but Lego's great. I mean, I appreciate them making these products, that's for sure. I collect their stuff, but yeah, even if I got all the sets for free, I mean, where would you put all the Star Destroyers? And I think how big were they? They're huge, and that's part of what makes them so great. But like it or not, I mean, they take up room. So this set I bought was from the 2003 one. It's supposedly all there, but with the whole Titanic sibling, I was Yeah, the Titanic is beautiful. A coworker has one, and it's a very sweet build. It's just it's just a whole darkness about everything that I mean, with that that submersible and stuff, and people like to just get into the grim side of things because I guess because some people are trolls in real life, and I understand there's always a fascination. Like if I don't really want to talk about dark stuff, but if you had a Lego set that was based on something famous, some tragedy, even if it was totally clean and just showing the remains of it, or it would have a fascination just for that. I mean, there's been a lot of jokes on the internet about they should make an original trilogy of Uncle Owen and Aunt Veru. And I've seen some custom builds of that, and it's like, okay, it's really not funny, guys. I mean, it's part of the movie. I don't know. But I like the Titanic. I kind of would like to have the Titanic. When I was a kid, I made a small version of the Titanic with the old, the police ship, the police boat that was out at the time. I don't remember the set number. It's actually a floating. In fact, M&R on one of his videos he actually found one at a convention, I think, and he's like, he said I'm too old for it, but he said it actually floats. I mean, it's a Lego boat that actually floats, and you can't tip it over, and he said it's actually made really well. Like he said, this is actually fun, And he went on to say about why can't Lego do more of these? And well, maybe we'll see that. Maybe Lego will return to making little cheap sets, small sets. I would probably get the Titanic set, but I personally give my rent just to buy it. Yeah, Titanic or USS AT-AT for me, because I'm more Star Wars. If I could choose just one, and like I said, we figuring out where the money's coming from on another note, I would get the USS AT-AT just because it is a minifigure size, which is very interesting to me, and the fact that it's so big and so perfect looking. I know, like I said, several co-workers at work are lined up to buy the Venator on the 4th if they can get it. And I get it. It's an amazing set. It's on my eventual list. My eventual list is like super long. And the cool thing about an eventual list is you can almost always find something on the secondary market, aka Fabulant. Yeah. But see, several coworkers want. But we were discussing in the break room, like, what do you guys think about the stickers? And everyone has different things. But the point is, some of the stickers no one really cares that much about. Like, we understand Lego could not get the colors right, but that emblem, the Republic emblem, if they made that printed, that could be used on so many MOCs, so many things. It would be, and it's a big 6x6. It's not like it would be used for anything else, anyways. Oh, the Back to the Future set. Yeah, the set's really cool. UCS, really. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to build that Star Destroyer, because I got to find a place to put it when it's built. But I actually need to find a place to build it, because it doesn't look like the kind of set that you want to be moving around before it's finished. Because well, we've all dropped sets. I'm sure we have. And if someone is into Lego and they've done a lot of these different builds, especially Star Wars, and they said they've never dropped a set, I would say, really? You sure about that? Seriously, it's okay. It's a judgment-free zone. Are you sure you've never dropped one? Because, I find that a little hard to believe. Just print it. Yeah. There it is. Finally. Oh my goodness. I was just bragging about how it's not hard to find pieces, and then it shows me just searching like I lost a needle in a haystack or something. Oh well. I like how they put the yellow on one end and then gray on the other. And I think it's this end here where it's got the opening door, I believe. Something like that, as I recall. It's been a little while since I did this particular set, and I'm still hoping to do that. I don't think I want to do a Hoth mock, but I want to have at least the 5 walkers. I managed to grab the shuttle, swinging the Falcon. Oh, that's still good sets. Oh, I'm tired. Put a piece together. Exploded. Oh man. Really. I had some brittle red broke the other day on me. I got some old brittle blue that I'm actually almost afraid to even touch anymore. And stuff's so old, and I know it's going to crack on me, and I don't need it. I really don't want that to happen. But as I say, talk about brittle parts here, I'm flexing on it. And if I snap, I'll say, oh my goodness. That's not what I'd really say, but you know, when you're on live, you don't want to say what might be the first thing to come to your mouth. But yeah, I'm still working on that one with the damaged head. That's a 75054. Okay, guys. Oh. Really? Are we missing one piece? Such a major piece, too. I don't think so. It's got to be in here somewhere. Oh, there's the other one. All right, there it is. I was not paying attention, which is common, by the way. It just happens that way. 2 1x2 block plates goes up here, and 1x3. And then the big 1x6. Once I finish up with college, I'm going to try and buy more sets. Yeah, college, wow. I remember college. It's been a while, as you can probably tell. I graduated in 98, so, yeah, that's that. I don't know if the experience is that much different. I mean, dorm life, yeah. Business and finance, that's good. Good for you, man. Actually, yeah. I remember seeing people take sometimes some kind of strange choices, like I remember Kyle, my roommate. 1x3 I need here. Here we go. Six in gray and 1x8 in black. Okay. There we are. There's a 1x8 right there. Cool. That was easy. Oh, I see. That's probably a mistake I made before. I remember that now. For some reason, sets take forever to get to my local Tesco. Oh, are you in England? or any shop nearby. Yeah, that's a bummer. Kind of sets take a while to get up here too. I noticed. I was sort of surprised to see that the gunship, um, but like, was it the 2020 1818? I just found that one in Homer this last summer, and I mean they've been retired for a while, and it didn't look like it's been there terribly long. Like they were already talking about retiring them, and I haven't seen any in the stores yet, and that's always really that's always kind of a thing. And that's maybe jealousy is the wrong word, but sometimes you're watching YouTube and people are saying, "Oh man, this set's so old. I wish they'd retired." You're going, "We haven't even seen it up here yet." But like I said, I mean, for me, I could get something from eBay if I want to pay extra. I've done that before, and the last one I did it, I was so disappointed. I haven't done it since. Oh, trying to get to something new. Okay. Yeah. Like I see some of these vlogs from people, and they have like Lego stores, like in Orlando and Florida. It's like, oh my goodness, and they're complaining because they can't get this, or they. And I'm going, my goodness, you got all this stuff there. I guess we all have things. So. 2x3 grays. Here's one. Yeah, just trying to cram in the life to have to go back to work. But the thing is that at work sometimes well, there's only like 2 Lego shops in London. There's none here. There was that little one. I'll tell you about it, man. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you have a super close to a Lego store? Yeah, the closest thing to a brick store we have here is a woman that's open 2 or 3 times a month and will message you through Facebook. You can't even call her on the phone like almost like a normal person. It's like, I'm going, what kind of operation is this? She said, well, this and that. I'm like, then make it an eBay store. I don't mind. I have sold stuff on eBay and done the unthinkable and met up with them. Only people I know use it in real life, which is kind of funny. But still, I've done that, and then I just refund them the shipping charge. But no, she's like, oh no, and I did actually do a Google search of her store location. It's in just a middle of nowhere subdivision, and I'm like, wow. So instead of being able to support her, I just buy from Bricklink, buy from eBay, because ultimately that's where we're at. But it's okay. I mean, it's just all these people was like, oh yeah, this Lego store this and Lego store that. It's like, oh my goodness. It's all good though. I mean, I couldn't have bothered me that bad, and it doesn't. It's not the end of the world. But what I was going to tell you about is, you remember was it in 2019 that shuttle that came out, the small one, the one that was scored downsized, everybody was hating on it. Well, I wanted to get it early. I really wanted the set, and I couldn't wait. No, there isn't a Lego set. No, everything, and I couldn't wait for the shuttle. So I paid $250 on eBay to get it, and that was that set that everybody complained about because it was too small. And it's like, oh my god. No, here, I'll tell you something about Alaska. If I was a vlogger, I could literally do a vlog of hitting every target in the entire state of Alaska. Remember, it's the biggest state. People are saying, what are you talking about? How is that possible? There's only 3, and 2 of them are in the same city. Not that far from each other, actually. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, it's I know some. I know some of the bigger cities, and up here in Alaska, I keep that up here. Everybody that's local here calls it going outside. If you go, oh, I went to Florida, they go, oh, you went outside. You didn't support the Alaska. You're like, there's nothing here. We don't have Chick-fil-A. We have one Popeyes, which is always being closed down for um, various reasons. Yeah, and it's just like, oh my goodness, you know. But it's fun though, and but when so many people are like, oh, maybe someday we'll have this or that. And I go, when I was a kid, I was 9 years old. Alaska was a bigger, Anchorage was a bigger place. We had Church's Chicken, we had Shakey's Pizza, we had like Godfather's Pizza. Of course, I think that one's just gone. But we had all this stuff, and you know, it's like we don't have any of that now. But that's just what it is, I guess. I mean, but there was like restaurants that are gone now that we did once have, and so when we got Krispy Kreme, all these, I mean, we got people sleeping outside to go to Krispy Kreme, okay? And I'm like, dude, it's not as good as it once was, which it isn't. I had a Krispy Kreme donut in the 80s from the actual Winston-Salem location. Now, that was actually a good donut. They were cheap, too. You get sick, big old donut. Oh, Alaska. Barely heard of it, yeah. Yeah, things are expensive here, like to ship. A lot of my side money I make for buying Lego sets comes from buying shoes. I buy shoes from like Goodwill and stuff, secondhand stuff, and you gotta be careful because sometimes they're junk, sometimes they're fakes even. But try to buy them and I resell them, and like if I sell something that gets authenticated, eBay allows me only to charge $14.95 for shipping. FedEx. A pair of Jordan 11s I just sent out cost me $35 to ship them. FedEx. Most shoes, unless they're in the original box, I put them in flat rate, and it's $25 shipping. Otherwise, if it was in a box, it'd be $35, $40 for a pair of shoes. And that's part of the problem. Because everything has to go out by plane or it goes down through Seattle. Open by us, and yeah, why do people line up for the Krispy Kreme? What's the best shoe I've ever found? At Goodwill. I put a video on it that's on my other channel. It was a pair of West Ends Nike. Basically, they're like Hyper Dunks. They were made in 2010, and on eBay they usually sell for about $350, $400. I got it at Goodwill, and because my fiance was a senior, I got senior discount. Long story short, I got for like $1.99. And they were my size, so I do sometimes wear them, which is awesome. But they're red with a swirly, kind of a see-through material, and they're really cool, really hard to keep clean though. Yeah, 11s are awesome. I love them. Yeah, that was an amazing shoe. But most of the time, I'll be happy if I find like a pair of Ultra Boosts, or I found this pair of Bodegas for $10. Not bad heel drag, and they're fine. And I'm probably gonna be able to sell them hopefully for 40 or 50. But the problem is shipping is going to be like $30. So you got to take that out. Others are going to say, "Oh, you're getting me on the shipping." No, I don't get nothing from the shipping. I'm trying to pay exactly what but people don't want to hear it. And I get it. That's fine. So I usually roll the price together and call it free shipping. You never heard of that shoe? Okay. Converse, huh? Okay. Converse is fine. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff for the shoes, and people are saying, well, those aren't hype. Well, you know what? Like Lego, I'm okay wearing what I like. But those things are comfortable, and they're basically just high dunks is what they are. But that Bodega, I like the color. I like the fact that it's rough leather. It is a sweet shoe. I like it, you know. But yeah, that's why sometimes I put on the community tab, what shoes are you wearing today? It's just a throwback to what this channel originally started out as. Oh, hello. How you doing? This channel started out sneakers. I think there's some old gun videos on here. Maybe not anymore. There's a mukbang video on there, I think, still, maybe. You know, but one day by accident, I was working on my RC cars, and I had gotten a fake Lego piece in the mail, and I ran over it with the RC car, and people really liked it, so I started switching content. Converse does have some great collaborations lately. These are called Bodegas, Bodega. They came out, it's been a couple years ago, but the box has really cool box art. Comes with a bandana, I believe. And there was some other stuff in the box. It's kind of cool. But yeah. I like the shoes. I like, you know, sneaker content, but I mostly just keep it Lego now. Oh, the other ones I found, they were called like West End or something. Hold on. Let me see if I can find them here. Let me go to eBay, see if I can get the guy in here. Nike West 2010 Hypers, is it? No, that's not going to be enough. I got to put some more keywords in. Red Hypers. I think they're Hyper. Okay. There's a newer version of them, but not these. That's the newer one. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I got $300 for mine when I finally sold them out. Here's a pair from 2016. Mine look a little better. They're Nike Hyper Dunk Gym Red, maybe. Mine were from 2000 though, or 2010. But that's basically, they look a lot like that. A really good looking shoe, but these had like a swirly sort of see-through material. Okay, shoes on. I just have like 5 pair and they work for me. That's fine, yeah. Yeah. What's up? Yeah, look at the Hyper Dunk. It was a Hyper Dunk model, and I can't remember what exactly they were right now because I'll be honest. Like last year, I think I sold 200 pairs, 300 pairs of shoes, and I have to keep money for taxes, and I have to obviously put money back into shoes, and then part of it goes into buying Lego, which is where a lot of it goes into. So I just have to balance it because otherwise, you know, I'll like burn all the money for Lego and not be able to buy shoes, which would be really sad, right? I mean, sort of. Love those basketball shoes. Yeah, that's okay. You don't wear them anymore? Yeah, I don't know. I know that. What do you guys think? While we're talking about sneaker stuff, I don't know. What do you guys think about the fact that just like tons of shoes out there, and they're saying that it's Nike's way of stopping the resellers, because basically it makes it where like nothing has hype because, you know, everything has been just produced in so many, because that's where the hype comes from. Is like happens to be that your store near you happens to get a particular sneaker, but the other guys don't get that sneaker, and then everybody wants it, and that's basically how that goes. And then the resellers get it, and they charge crazy prices, like those new Lost and Founds. Those things I missed on the drop. I'm not that serious. If Lego had drops, I would totally go for that. I do burn the money for Lego. That's the problem. And it's like, and sometimes it's so hard because you'll be like, you'll make some money from shoes and stuff, and it feels like free money because you pay your taxes out. And you're like, hey, all this is left, and it'd be like a couple $100, and then you go, and there'll be a pair of Yeezys that you should buy because it's a good deal and you can double your money on them, but then you're like, but I really want this set. Yeah, shoes are way more available. You want to eat tomorrow? Yeah. No, I know, and that's the whole thing. Is because of my job, I'm stuck a lot of times at like malls and stuff and places, and that's. I was talking to my fiance tonight, and I'm like, but she's a little bit annoyed that I kind of went to the OMAD diet, and the reason is because I have a tendency to just sit and eat pizzas and stuff. I mean, hey, what doesn't go better with Lego and stuff? But anyways, so at work I'm making it one meal. And the bad part is, I'm supposed to work like, say, 10 hours, right? And just like that, boom. Oh, by the way, you're not getting off to midnight. That's like 17 hours. And you're hungry. And then you get back to the barn, and it turns out somebody bought pizza and left it on the counter. And, oh, yeah, you just help yourself. And it's so tempting to just, But those are definitely first world problems, but still... I mean, so what it was is like you go to Panda Express up here, and to get the 2 entree thing on the white tray, and a can of Monster is like $17, $18. If you're in a particular town that has tax, you could be really close to $20. Okay, go to this chicken place, have wings. They want $19 for 12 wings. Add a Diet Coke to that, and there you are, $25. 4 meals, and you're over $100. And so sometimes I go, you know what? No, not today. I literally just not want to eat because I don't need to. I mean, look at me. I don't need to eat every day, right? So I'm like, cool. And then I can buy Lego stuff like that. Which sounds so funny. But, it's okay. But yeah, it's all good. I mean, it's like I was supposed to get my 4-wheeler fixed and go out, and we'll drive it this summer, and I just didn't quite get to it because it's so sad. Work was so busy I couldn't get away, and then when I finally got my 5 weeks vacation, my car broke and I was stuck, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And I got the parts in, I got it running 2 days before I had to go back to work. I'm like, wow. And I did so much driving in that 2 days. Papa John's. Yeah, Papa John's. When I was in college, we didn't have Papa John's, but we had a is it called panini bread? Is that right? Or am I messed up here? It's a little where they press and make like sandwiches, and it makes those little grooves on the sandwiches, and it was really good. I mean, that was a really delicious place to eat. The food was nice, and the people working there were super, super nice. And I mean, it's college town, I guess, so like pretty girls, working there. But it was fun, and they were really nice, and it was cheap, and I don't know. I used to get coffee there too. Got my espresso habit going there. But yeah. But even I see the picture my mom has of me in my college dorm, and there's some of the sharks and pirates that's sitting up in the windowsill next to my computer. It's kind of funny. It's like, oh, Yeah, that's right. I kind of got back into Lego during my college time. I also like how Lego sets are designed, how things are designed where they, be strong and not fail. That is one problem with the custom set sometimes. Have I ever ventured down to Lower 48? Yes, yes, I did. In fact, it was in '91. Before I started to work, my parents they bought and sold a lot of antiques, and that's where a lot of my interest in old stuff came from. Anyways, we took a car down and we hit Tennessee, Virginia, North Carolina. We drove from Alaska up into Canada. We came out of a place called Milky River into a place called, was it Chad or Oilmont, Montana? And then we ended up in Billings, Montana, and then came down through the U.S. that way. It was really cool. But that was back in '91. And here's a shocker. I have not been outside since '91. And my passport's expired back in the '80s when I was a little kid. Oh, right on. You're in a small band? That's cool. I'm not musically inclined at all. I actually was paying money once for musical lessons, and I was told to give it up by my teacher after she got my money, and we spent about a year together. I was told that I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. It's always struck me as a funny thing to say, like, you can't carry a tune in a bucket. Oh my God. I mean, lady could just said I'm no good, but I guess kind of funny. I mean, I guess it's kind of mean too, but she got the point across. No, I didn't get a refund. Oh well. YouTube notification on my other device. Oh my goodness. I really do look forward to the escapism though that Lego offers me. It's definitely cool. But yeah, I mean, it's just like with the prices of everything going up, I stopped buying coffee for the most part from the coffee shops and been making it at home. Okay, well, you take care of yourself, man. Stay safe out there and drop in. And I try to do streams on Saturday, but I've been struggling because of the whole work schedule. But you be safe out there and take care of yourself, man. Really great to see you here. Yeah. Oh, what time is here? It's only 9:30. It's still nighttime, and eventually I got to hit the sack myself. I got to do one stream on Facebook, and then I'm gonna call it a night. But uniforms washing in there, and the thing is, I know I'm gonna probably have to stay overnight. My mom and dad's in Anchorage because I'll get off too late to get any sleep to work the next day. Well, here it's 9:30 at night, or 21:35 hours. And for the receipt police, here you go, do it this way. 21:34. Yep, we use military time up here. Oh, in the morning, really? Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, like I said, I kind of I did a lot of growing up in Japan, and I do remember a time difference. Yes, I do. But that was a long time ago. As I just simply straight up admitted how long it's been since I've been out of the States. So I know with all the real ID stuff going on, people are saying, "Well, if you got a an old passport, you can just have it renewed." I'm like, I don't think so. Not my passport. And of course, no, you can't. Not when it's has a picture of you as a 6-year-old kid. But yeah, definitely cool having seen people and from other places, and I guess probably. I know that back when I used to do secret content on this channel, I used to get comments of people saying, up there, I know it's expensive, but you guys have a lot of Ultra Boosts at that Foot Locker, and I guess it does. It does always seem to have a lot of Ultra Boosts, not the hype ones, but just boost is life, right? And they're comfortable. What's up with that? Oh, it's for another part. Yeah. Have a good one, man. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourself. Great to have you here. I know older sets. Sometimes we have those pop-up stores right before Christmas, like that go in like abandoned malls and stuff, and they'll do a pop-up store and they'll have like old Lego sets. But other than that, not too much. There's been a few people trying to like open up Lego shops to sell older sets, but they just never do very well. I mean, they never do very well at all. Now that one set I found in Homer this last during the winter, or during the summer this year, that was really cool. That was a super cool find. I was really happy to find that. That was neat. And like I said, that was a 2020 set, 3 years old, still sitting on the shelf. Where you're at? You got a Lego store nearby. Is that a good source for old sets? Stock in the stores. It usually gets bought up pretty fast, although here recently it's been sitting around a little bit longer. And I don't know if that's just because of the new pricing and nobody wants to pay those kind of prices, which I get. But I know that there's been a lot of Lego on sale, like at Fred Meyer, but those are those retiring sets too, which kind of makes sense. I don't know if you saw that short video I put up where I found the N1, and it was like $12.79, which a little more like it, like where I'd like to see it. Personally, I'd still like to see them at $10.99 or $9.99, but everything's going up in price, which is not good. It's not good at all. I don't think anybody wants that. Oh, for UCS? Now, yeah, Walmart, I know I've seen like the UCS land speeder there recently, but like a coworker told, I never saw Star Destroyers up here at all, ever. But a coworker said that there had been one or two at Costco, which is like a Savers Club, but you have to pay membership to go there, and I don't go there because Unfortunately, I don't eat that much here at the house. Sometimes I'm stuck at work for long periods, and long story short, the food rots, literally rots. And I hate food rotting in the fridge. I really hate that, especially. And I'm not gonna get on a pedestal about it, but it's like, you know, people are literally need food out there, and here it is. You just let a bunch of food rot in the fridge, and I don't like that. But there's that. That is a washing machine. Makes that musical tone, which is interesting, to put it mildly. I didn't have a wash machine for about a month and a half. And I'm trying to hand wash everything. At least I still had a dryer. I remember talking to a coworker about that, or supervisor. She's like, "What do you mean you still don't have a wash machine?" I said, "I don't have one." "Well, how's that possible?" I'm like, "Well, it's pretty possible." It's all good. Doesn't really matter, I guess. But yeah, I like the UCS sets. I think they're always perfect. They're always, well, not always perfect, but they're always on par. I was about to say, as I said, they're always perfect. They're always great. The floating image of the 2016 attack on the Assault on Echo Base came in mind. I'm like, okay, they're not all perfect, but since Lego has split the master builders, and now they got, these 18 plus sets they have, is it just me, or, they're kind of like UCS sets, sort of. They're mostly, scenery out of the movies, but I don't know. It's good times, I know that when I first started watching YouTube, there was a channel that I still watch him sometimes. Kevin Talbot out of England does RC stuff. He's really funny. His energy is definitely high, way higher than mine is. But oh well. Everybody does YouTube for different. He just looks like he has a good time, and the fact that he's shown himself not having a good time before, so I know that he feels more real. Not like some of those people that are like over the top, overly cheerful all the time, and you're like, And then you watch a true crime channel, and they're featured on that because they are fake. Oh, it's getting late. Maybe it's getting late. It's not. Maybe I'll stop the stream at 10. How long have we been live? 72 minutes. Over an hour. That's pretty good, I guess. Anyone have opinions out there on how long a live should be? Should we cap at 1 hour, or just let it just kind of meander around, since I seem to be incapable of announcing when they're going to be? So I just usually start. This stuff's pretty good. Start the morning with coffee, I guess. Again, morning starts soon. I need to actually double check on my schedules. I think it's 8, which means I need to leave here no later than 6. Get up about 4:30, I guess. I can make my breakfast and stuff. Or if I want to eat fried chicken at that place, if I split, I could do that. The problem with that is, if I get forced for in between work, I will have nothing to eat, and I'll just roll out the other day. And like I said, I could certainly afford that. It's no big deal. I got the weight to spare, but it's not pleasant. It makes a person grouchy to have to drive and put up with people, and you got nothing to eat. Some of these Lego pieces are hard to pick up. Like radar dishes are hard to pick up. Oop, need 2 more there. But yeah, I'm super excited about that Star Destroyer. I want to be real bad. I'd like to be on vacation from work again, so I can I can build it. I know that. I know somebody at work, they called in sick. They literally called in sick, and they got in trouble for it. I mean, in trouble. You know, they got talking to about it, and probably points, which are not good to get, because they got a UCS Millennium Falcon in, and they want to build that. And it's like, wow. I understand. I can totally feel that. I mean, I totally understand it. I totally get it. But still, I got my day off canceled and had to work that shift for them. And I originally thought, oh man, they must be really sick. And then when I found out later, I'm like, and anyway, I love Star Wars. I love Lego. I get it. I get why they called it sick. But because they called it sick, then I had to work and lost my day off. I'm like, that was not nice. I mean, you know, you didn't have to do that. That's not cool. It's all good though. Oh, hey, we're getting into building the walls now. Cool stuff. We're right into it. You know, one of the sets I bought from eBay once, it was missing something so important to this set, and I literally had to hold up and buy that part. And then I'm not seeing it here either, but I've got 5 left over. Oh, there it is. No, that's nice. It's like this one, but it's a big wall piece. There it is. But yeah, I was missing this one, and it was like, oh, I'll just go past it, and I'm like, no, it's like kind of right in the beginning part of building the set. You kind of have to have it, and I was unhappy, and I had to kind of stop building it so I could find that piece. And it turned out I had the piece in my Lego collection, but it was the wrong color, and of course I couldn't do that because then I would have to tear the set apart and replace it later because it would bother me. And so I'm like, okay, just do the right thing, set it aside, order the part, and when it comes in, and it got lost in the mail, and it was a long time before I got back to that set. In fact, I put it on my Facebook missing pieces just so I could post it on something. But, you know, sometimes, like I said, it's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be a way to relax, it's supposed to enjoy your dreams, so if it becomes something that's not that, we'll take it back. You can buy a set at a store, or maybe get a new set and do that instead, you know. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream at, we ended at 10. Just run it up to 10 and see if anybody else comes in or not. Because I feel like I'm going to drop off to sleep pretty soon, and I got to do the other stream for Facebook. But it's a totally different thing. I'm trying to think too about putting some kind of content on TikTok other than what I've been putting, which is basically nothing. I mean, why lie? It is nothing. I post the most bland content, basically whatever I feel like doing at the time. I put some funny stuff up. Apparently people laughed at a few things I put up, but like a can of Rockstar that froze and it burst, that was pretty epic, because actually it wasn't really that funny. It was actually this part of what I was going to drink to stay awake that day, and it didn't work out that way, and I wasn't happy because the machine had spit it out. It was frozen. When I opened it, it was sprayed all over me, and yeah. But I filmed it, and people liked it on TikTok, so I guess that's okay. But I definitely am trying to, do this stuff more on YouTube, and I am trying to experiment with Facebook. It doesn't seem to correlate very well over. Maybe part of that is because I have different titles for different things. That could be it. That probably is it. I think I have a little bit of cross from one channel to another on YouTube, but that's not quite the same thing. I get it. Oops, my little door is stuck there. Come on. As you know, this will be the butt of the butt of it. Yeah, what is the butt of it? Of the AT-AT. Yeah, we'll end the stream at 10. That way it doesn't get too far out there, and that'll be cool. As they say, as someone had once said, some wise person, or maybe they're just a wise, a smart bottom, right? Okay. All right, here we go. I do like how Lego builds things, like their factory design sets are pretty strong like this. I mean, it's fully pinned here. This won't come apart. It's just a really, and that is one thing that you do suffer a little bit if you buy a set that's not Lego, if you build even your own custom set. That's why my custom set, I'm trying really hard to build it I'm trying really hard to build it in based on a Lego set, because I want the strength of the Lego set. And that's cool. And it's going to be a good time. And it's nice, you know. I do appreciate Lego's quality, their attention to detail. And a lot of times people are like, well, you know, Lego could do this or that better. Yes, they could. But part of that is, in a way, it's Lego's fault, because sometimes they give us so much, such a great set, that we want all sets to be like that. And we don't realize that everything you do, every product out there that's made, there's always sometimes one that just knocks it out of the park. And, you know, we want that all the time. But that's what makes them special, is things like that don't always happen all the time. And that's okay. It doesn't have to. I wish it would, but it doesn't have to. I think this is the rear end piece, I think. I don't know. 5 pieces. Yeah, it looks like it. Dark gray circle. There it is. And then stick these guys up in here. Oh yeah, perfect. And then perfect. And step 6. Shrink. Oh yeah. I know this piece. And I must have another one somewhere in here. There it is. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's very cool. Yeah, this is a rear end piece that you see in the movie, and Lego's playsets have got these around. The promo for the vendor is really good, I think. I really like seeing Lego starting to go to the Clone Wars. Because it's really been a dry spell. I mean, and I want the vendor, but oh, good night, Laurie. I want the vendor, but I still kind of want that gunship too. I did like the gunship, the big UCS gunship. That was really cool. It's a nice looking set. I know that the minifigs, well, it is still a rare, unusual Mace Windu figure. I mean, it's got the dirt prints on him. That's pretty cool. Oop, my low battery is starting to flash. Wow. It should last until 10, right? Should last until 10. I should think. Oh, you got the gunship on sale? I've never even seen it in stores, ever. I mean, I've never actually seen it physically yet. I will have to buy that one from eBay, and even if, or wherever, and even if it's on sale, even if the price is cheap, the shipping, especially to Alaska, will make it null and void that was on sale. I even had a person cancel a brick order for me, which I did not appreciate. I even told him, hey, I'll send you the PayPal. Just, I need those pieces. Well, I can't ship up there. It's too much. I'm like, it's not worth it. Just get it locally. I'm like, we can't get it locally. That's why I'm hitting you up. And you know what? He canceled the order. I would have been happy to pay $10 for shipping. I ended up having it from England, and it was $27 for shipping. I was very, yeah. I was tempted to my finger was hovering to give him the negative feedback, like, yeah. But in the end, I didn't, so. Oh, the Lego store, yeah. Like I said, to be honest, I wouldn't have even known Lego stores existed if I hadn't seen it on the M&R's vlogs, actually. I mean, kind of funny in a way. Yeah. Yeah, I know that I've seen on different people's channels the Lego store is definitely a happening place. I mean, they got some cool stuff there, which is great. I mean, yeah. And that's a problem with. That's why when I'm doing that set 75080 to do a CIS build, and so many people have reached out. They're like, "Well, how much does it cost?" I said, "Okay, before I tell you the price, you need to remember, like, if you would like to buy this set, for example, and you want to piece it together, it might be quite cheap to do so. The problem is, if even a third of the set comes from different sellers, just the combined shipping alone is going to be a fortune. Like, it was a dark red piece, like it was like kind of a simple piece. It wasn't this, but it was something like that. And I needed 2 of them, and the seller had them, and they arrived broken. Nothing you can do about it, right? Really. And I couldn't find anywhere else, and it was for a gunship, I think it was, as I recall. Anyways, long story short, I had to pay shipping again, and there it is. There's unnecessary money spent. So when someone says, well, how much does it cost for a project? Well, it depends. I mean, the brick pieces for my tank, my 75080, oh, the Darth Maul, yeah. And I think you could too. But yeah, it's so if you my price of my 75080 piece count, it's like $44, right? And people go, oh, David, what do you complain about? That's not bad. But yeah, but with shipping and handling, it's $97. And that's actually not that bad. Not really, considering that, I don't know if I put a community post about it, but I decided not to go with the blue. I went with dark gray, or light gray on part of it. And it's like, it's a better choice. This one looks a lot better, but it's like, man, but it's okay. It's all good. I really like that, what do you call it, 2004 set, I think, the UCS Death Star. That's a cool set, and I think you could probably piece that one together. But the Darth Maul, he is creepy though. I mean, he looks kind of creepy looking. And that'd be something to put next to your bed lamp or nightstand. Yeah, but that's why for me, a lot of times I like to buy sets that are complete or close to it. It's like one time a guy had bought I think it was an AT-AT, or maybe it was an ATTE maybe, and he's like, well, it's missing these pieces, and they're hard to find. No, it was no big deal. It's like a 1x2s. It's like, that's fine, And I'd rather someone tell me that's missing something and it's not than the other way. But most people I've dealt with on the net have been pretty good. Like, there hasn't been any really intentional scams except for one droid gunship I got in, and it was a scam. I mean, it was literally a scam. No, I've fixed the set. It's fine now. But I'll give you an example. It had pieces of Lego, bricks, that were painted with a brush. to make them look like the proper color. I have never seen that before. I mean, I was like, I mean, obviously this is intentional, and there's no value in that. You know, I mean, I'd rather. I bought an AT-AT, and I think it had some miscolored bricks, but the person was honest about it. That's fine. It's not great. It isn't, because usually they do that because the parts are hard to find, and you know, so it's not great. But at least you know. You know, that's good. I mean, at least you know that the parts are wrong or parts are missing or what have you. You know. Yeah. Oh my goodness. My phone is about to go out. We're at 90 minutes. My battery light is flashing at me. So I'm gonna have to end the stream anyways. I think you're the last one here though, Doug. Appreciate you dropping by. I don't want to get cut off. That would be kind of bad. Yeah, my low battery is flashing. Oh my goodness, it's kind of interesting builds. Good old Lego. Lego of the past. Oh, a long blue. Yeah, it's starting to run low on parts. I guess that's good. And that goes in from here. Okay. Up here, up high. Oh, I see. And then I repeat it on the other side. Okay. It's been a while since I did this set. It's been a while. I think one of them came in and it was like mostly assembled. I just sort of slapped it together. I haven't had one completely down for a while. I did have one that I had to take apart, but hey, good night, man. Take care. Appreciate you dropping in. Stay safe out there. Yep, 10 o'clock. Good night, Doug. Ciao. Y'all stay safe. Take care.